Shraddha's a friend of this broadcast. Rajat, thank you very much for speaking to Republic TV. You've seen the kind of gory details that is essentially emerging. Those Instagram chats in which one can see that on the very day when the murder took place, she had essentially reached out to one of her friends saying that there is some news that she wanted to share. What's the news? No one really knows. And now serious questions essentially being raised, whether at all this was a completely pre-planned with more and more details tumbling out. It only indicates that there is much more than what meets the eye.
This is very sure that this is pre-planned because Shraddha was not somebody as narrated by Mr. Aftab, all over the story that has been circulating. Shraddha was a very independent person. She would not have chosen to be in a toxic relationship. And it is very, very, very clear from all the friends, you see their stance. Everybody knew from 2019 itself, Aftab was very, very, very violent. He used to beat her up, uh, abuse her, do all not things that a person should do to take any relationship ahead. However, she kept on continuing to stay with this person. I think there was a major influence, and the influence must have been somewhere because of some blackmailing or something, surely.
Rajat, in terms of the fact that there was an attempt that was essentially made by Shraddha to basically move out of this particular relationship, primarily because if you look at the instances coming in from her friends, childhood friends who essentially indicated that perhaps there was that element of blackmailing involved.
See, let me tell you one thing very clearly. The childhood friend, I mean, I am not allowed to take their names. The childhood friend had very clearly mentioned about how Shraddha felt her life is threatened by this person. Shraddha's best friend had revealed to me personally that uh, Shraddha did not wanted to stay with this person even. Forget about marriage or these senseless stories that are doing the rounds. No way. Shraddha wanted to leave this person, but there was certainly something that had kept her hooked, and that is something I think should be investigated. And Aftab, if reveals it, I think that's the only way we can know.
Rajat, one final question that I would like to take from you. In terms of the fact that there was a transaction that took place after the murder, and this transaction was from Shraddha's account to Aftab's account. Once again goes on to indicate that essentially he had someone else along with him. Do you believe that that suspicion that there is a possibility that there could be more number of people involved in this, that needs to also be probed?
I can be maybe 200% sure about this, that there is definitely more than one person involved into this matter. It's it's not one person's courage to really murder somebody and make the person in 35 pieces, still have the courage to stay in the very same house, in the refrigerator, the body is there, and the person continuing to lead a normal life in the normal mental health and still continuing to date other girls. Imagine of this person. The person should be a professional, should be trained. I mean, only that kind of a person can pull off such a big crime. It's no normal person's deed. No normal person can even think of doing such a heinous thing. He surely looks like somebody who's trained a professional criminal. Now this needs to be found out that who are the people he's connected with. He has been maybe been around in these past years. This has to be really found out that
Right.
Aftab, is he connected to some terrorist organization? Because I think this is no less than any terror.
Right. Well, thank you very much, Rajat, for speaking to Republic TV.